a patriot, a gallant retired general, a senior statesman, and a seasoned legislator. We convene not only to mourn his passing, but to honor a life that is dedicated, devoted to the service of our nation. For over 5 decades, General Moses Ali stood at the forefront of Uganda's public service. Few leaders witnessed and helped shape Uganda's public service. As many defining moments in our nation's history as he did. Few leaders witnessed and shaped as many defining moments in our nation's history as he did. I beg to repeat. He served Uganda with distinction in the armed forces, in cabinet, and in the legislature. Through changing political seasons, his commitment to Uganda never wavered. What distinguished General Moses Ali was not only the offices he held, but the resilience with which he served. Even as age and illness took their toll, he remained steadfast in discharging his duties. We saw him come to this house despite visible physical frailty, choosing duty over comfort and country over self. He served Uganda with whatever strength remained in him until the very end. His life was a testament to resilience, sacrifice, and patriotism. He belonged to a generation that endured conflict, championed reconciliation, and helped rebuild our nation. His contribution to restoring peace and stability in West Nile and strengthening the institutions of our country will remain an enduring part of Uganda's history. We also acknowledge and appreciate His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who entrusted him with some of the nation's highest responsibilities over the years, which was a reflection of the trust placed in his experience, loyalty, and steadfast service to Uganda. To his family, the people of Adjumani, the people of West Nile, and the entire nation, Parliament extends its deepest condolences. There is an African proverb that says, when an elder dies, a library burns. Today, Uganda has lost one of its great libraries, a repository of history, wisdom, and public service. Through his voice, though his voice is now silent, his example of perseverance, selflessness, service, and unwavering commitment to duty will continue to inspire generations of Ugandans to come. The Holy Quran in Surah 2, 156 teaches us that indeed to Allah we belong and to Him we return. May the soul of our senior leader and member, Right Honorable General Retired Moses Ali, rest in eternal peace.
Transfer of the casket from the central lobby to the chamber. Members, may you rise to receive the casket. anthems.
Next item.
Item number 5. Motion for resolution of Parliament to pay tribute to the late retired Honorable General Moses Ali, former Member of Parliament for Adjumani West County.
Right Honorable Prime Minister.
Right Honorable Speaker and members, I move under Rule 58 of our Rules of Procedure to move a motion for a resolution of Parliament to pay tribute to the late Right Honorable retired General Moses Ali, a Member of Parliament for Adjumani West County and the former Second Deputy Prime Minister of Uganda, for his illustrious and dedicated service to the Republic of Uganda. Whereas the Parliament of Uganda received with deep sorrow the sad news of the demise of Right Honorable retired General Moses Ali, Member of Parliament for Adjumani West County, which occurred on Saturday, 18th July 2026 at Nakasero Hospital. Aware that the Right Honorable retired General Moses Ali has had an illustrious career spanning more than 50 years, serving in various capacities in the military, civil, and public service of Uganda, where he played a crucial role in the peace, national unity, stability, and social and economic transformation of Uganda. Noting that Right Honorable General retired Moses Ali was a courageous soldier and an astute leader whose personal traits of selflessness, commitment to public interest, strict accountability, ethical transparency enabled him to serve the people of Uganda with distinction in the following key positions. Number 1, a Member of Parliament, Adjumani West, 2016 to the time of his demise. Number 2, Second Deputy Prime Minister and Deputy Leader of Government Business in Parliament from 2021 to 2026. First Deputy Prime Minister and Deputy Leader of Government Business in Parliament from 2016 to 2021. Third Deputy Prime Minister and Deputy Leader of Government Business in Parliament from 2011 to 2016. Member of Parliament, East Moyo County from 2011 to 2016. The First Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Relief, Disaster Preparedness and Refugees, 2003. A Second Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister for Disaster Preparedness and Refugees in 2001. Member of Parliament, East Moyo County from 2001 to 2006. Second Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Internal Affairs, 2003. Second Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Tourism, Trade and Industry, 1996 to 2000. Member of Parliament, East Moyo, from 1996 to 2001. The Third Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, 1995 to 1996. Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, 1994 to 1995. A member of Uganda's Constituent Assembly, representing East Moyo in 1994. A chairman of the Federation of Uganda Football Association, 1994. A member of the National Resistance Council, NRC, for East Moyo in 1989. A Minister for Youth, Culture and Sports in 1986. A Minister of Finance, 1975. The Chairman, Central Tender Board, 1976, 1978. A member of Makerere University Council, 1976 to 1978. A chairman, Valuation Committee, responsible for negotiation with governments whose citizens left property in Uganda in 1972, 1976, 1978. A governor in the African Development Bank and African Development Bank and African Development Fund in 1978. The chairman board of governors of the Islamic Development Bank, 1978, 1979. A teacher at Coach Goma Church of Uganda Primary School and Anaka Catholic Girls School, 1967, 1968. Recognizing that Right Honorable retired General Moses Ali was a patriot who served in Uganda Army and the Uganda National Rescue Front, UNRF 2, and the Uganda People's Defense Forces, and attained the following ranks and awards. Right Honorable Speaker, he was commissioned to the rank of Second Lieutenant and appointed officer in charge of training in the Uganda Paratrooper School 1969. He was promoted to the rank of major and appointed commander of the Paratrooper School 1971. He was promoted to the rank of colonel in 1972, appointed Minister of Provincial Administration, Interior in 1973. He was promoted to the rank of Brigadier in 1974. He was decorated with the following medals: Distinguished Service Order, a Military Cross, Operational and Republic Medals, the second highest honor of the Islamic Republic of Mauritius, 1975. He was commissioned into the National Resistance Army, NRA, at the rank of Major General in 1986. He was promoted to the rank of Lieutenant General in 2003. Thereafter, promoted to the rank of General in 2012. Appreciating that Right Honorable Retired General Moses Ali contributed to the post-colonial restoration of democratic rule in Uganda and participated in the fight against authoritarianism by founding and leading the Uganda National Rescue Front, a West Nile-based rebel movement that fought against the dictatorship of the 1980s. In the making of the 1995 Constitution of the Republic of Uganda as a member of the Constituent Assembly, he participated in the negotiation between the Uganda National Rescue Front, a rebel group, and the government of Uganda, which culminated in a formal ceasefire agreement and a final peace deal, which officially ended the insurgency in the West Nile region and led to the incorporation of former combatants of the NRF-2 into the Uganda People's Defense Forces. Supported His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in the peace efforts to end the insurgency of the Rhodes Resistance Army, RRA, in the northern Uganda, and was instrumental in championing the formulation and enactment of the Amnesty Act, Cap 316, which granted pardon to fighters who denounced rebellion. Cognizant that Right Honorable Retired General Moses Ali was a diligent leader who supported His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni in shaping the destiny of Uganda and served Uganda with distinction and patriotism for over 50 years as described above. Now therefore, be it resolved that Parliament of Uganda, one, collectively conveys its deepest condolences to the bereaved family, the people of West Nile sub-region, and the people of Uganda for the loss of a distinguished and gallant citizen of this country. Number two, that Parliament appreciates the distinguished service rendered by the late Right Honorable Retired General Moses Ali to the people of Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, I beg to move.
Is the motion seconded? By the Vice President, Lop, I would be safe to say by the whole House. So, you speak to your motion?
Right Honorable Speaker and members, my justification. Right Honorable Speaker, on Saturday, 18th July 2026, we learned of the death of the Right Honorable General Retired Moses Ali. The departure of such a great statesman calls for a powerful tribute from this House. The motion to pay tribute to Right Honorable General Retired Moses Ali is one I make with a heavy heart, because I had the opportunity and the honor to work with him closely. He was a man of many titles and distinctions, yet he carried them with humility. Today, we recognize that among us stood a distinguished Deputy Prime Minister, a minister, a soldier, a legislator, a lawyer, and an advocate of the High Court, a businessman, and a family man. Right Honorable Speaker and members, Right Honorable General Retired Moses Ali was born on 5th April 1939 in Pakere Sub-County in the present-day Ajuman District. Orphaned at an early age, he rose above those circumstances through discipline, education, and service to become a teacher, a soldier, and a servant of people. Right Honorable Speaker and members, as outlined in my motion, Right Honorable General Retired Moses Ali went on to live a life of service to Uganda. From his first job as a teacher to the military service, his career growth was steady, rising to the rank of brigadier in 1974. In government, he served as a minister of provincial administration and a minister of finance in the 1970s, and later in various dockets under His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, including Minister of Youth, Culture and Sports, Minister of Tourism, Wildlife and Antiquities, Minister of Trade and Industry, Minister of Internal Affairs, and the Minister of Disaster Preparedness and Refugees, among other notable duties. Right Honorable Speaker and members, in 1980s, Right Honorable General Retired Moses Ali led Uganda National Rescue Front, maintaining resistance in the West Nile region until he signed a peace deal with the new government of His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, in 1986. This was followed by the integration of his forces into the National Resistance Army, NRA, and restoration of peace in West Nile. He was also commissioned into the National Resistance Army at the rank of Major General. He would later be promoted to Lieutenant General of the Uganda People's Defense Forces in the year 2003 and to General in 2012. Right Honorable Speaker and members, in his political life, Right Honorable Retired Moses Ali represented the people of East Moyo in the National Resistance Council and the Constituent Assembly, then served in the 6th and 7th parliaments, and continued from the 9th, 10th to 12th parliament. During this period, he held the offices of 3rd Deputy Prime Minister, 2nd Deputy Prime Minister, 1st Deputy Prime Minister. He also served as the Deputy Leader of Government Business in the 9th, 10th, and 11th Parliament. In the 12th Parliament, he braved the campaign trail to retain his seat as a representative for Adjumani West, which term has unfortunately been cut short. We shall surely miss his wisdom in this house, and the people of Adjumani will miss their beloved leader. Right Honorable Speaker and members, I take this opportunity to thank His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for recognizing the abilities of Right Honorable Retired General Moses Ali and retaining him in service for all these years. I also thank the President for according our brother an official burial. Right Honorable Speaker, the Honorable Retired Moses Ali demonstrated the kind of determination we all admire when he invested in advancing his studies, even as he carried out his national duties. In 2007, he got a certificate in education in law at the University of Wolverhampton, then joined Makerere University for a Bachelor of Law degree, fulfilling his lifelong ambition. He also obtained the postgraduate diploma in legal practice from the Law Development Center and was enrolled as an advocate in 2012. He also attained a master's in intelligence studies from the United States in 2015. Right Honorable Speaker and members, many may not know that the Right Honorable General Retired Moses Ali was also an author. He wrote the book entitled Odyssey of the Nubi, from the soldiers of the British Empire to full citizens of Uganda in 2023. This is a lasting legacy for the Nubian community and also for Uganda's history. He will not be forgotten. Right Honorable Speaker, as we are informed by the President this morning, Moses Ali was a freedom fighter and a peacemaker. Despite his difficulties in the recent years, Right Honorable General Retired Moses Ali remained committed to his duties. He was a good timekeeper and a decision maker, a timely decision maker. He never complained, whether in public or in private, but carried on like the gentle giant that he was until the Creator called him home. Right Honorable Speaker and members, as we pay tribute, we extend our sincere sympathies and condolences to His Excellency General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the President of the Republic of Uganda, cabinet colleagues, the bereaved family, the Parliament of Uganda, and friends, the Muslim community, the people of West Nile, and the whole country upon this monumental loss. May his soul rest in eternal peace.
Lop, Right Honorable Lop.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, today we convene to pay tribute to General Moses Ali, a man whose life reads like the history of Uganda itself. He served in the colonial army as a young man, rose to become one of General Idi Amin's most trusted ministers, and later took up arms as a rebel leader before accepting amnesty and returning to national life. General Ali devoted over 5 decades of his life to public service. Throughout that long journey, he served Uganda in various capacities: as a soldier, a member of parliament, a cabinet minister in several portfolios, first deputy prime minister, second deputy prime minister, and deputy leader of government business. He remained a central figure in Uganda's public affairs for many years. The late General Moses Ali belonged to a generation of leaders that witnessed and indeed participated in some of the most defining moments in Uganda's history. Through periods of political transition, conflict, reconstruction, and nation building. His longevity in public service also meant that he mentored and worked alongside several generations of leaders. Many members of this House today have differed with him politically, but they undoubtedly learned valuable lessons from his experience, his institutional memory, and understanding of the evolution of our nation. That wealth of experience deserves acknowledgement and respect. Public service is one of the noblest callings. It demands sacrifice, resilience, and commitment. The late Moses Ali answered that call for much of his life, and for that he deserves our respect and gratitude. He belonged to the NRM, and I belong to the National Unity Platform, NUP. But I respected him, even though we differed politically. I didn't even agree with the idea of him running for office again, yet he was unwell and needed to take a break. But I still give him his flowers for the service that he rendered this nation over the years. Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, his passing, however, also invites us to reflect on an important national conversation. Death reminds all of us that beyond our different political parties, ideologies, and contests, we are all temporary custodians of public office. None of us is a permanent fixture in this world, and no position or status we hold is everlasting. So while we hold office, may we cause positive impact. May we be diligent leaders. Let us respect the rule of law and the people of Uganda whom we serve. As we mourn the late General Moses Ali, may this occasion renew our collective commitment to selfless leadership, accountable governance, and service above self. Let us strive to leave behind institutions that are stronger than we found them, and a country that is better because we had the privilege to serve. We welcome the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, who joined us earlier for this tribute session. I would like to urge him to prevail over the various security entities, to observe the law and respect the law as they do their work. The 1995 Constitution is a brainchild of the NRM government. We need to respect that Constitution. General Moses Ali was a believer in the rule of law, and that's why he gave up armed rebellion and then served in our national army. Anyone, whether a leader or an ordinary citizen, can be suspected by the state to have committed any offense, but they ought to be apprehended as the law stipulates, detained in a gazetted detention facility, and produced in court within 48 hours. Lately, Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, people are abducted, taken for days, weeks, and even months. Sometimes they are tortured, their family does not know their whereabouts, and they are not produced in court. This is not right, and we must collectively condemn it. On behalf of the opposition, I extend our deepest condolences to the family of the late Right Honorable General Moses Ali, the people of Adjumani, the Muslim faith which he professed, the Nubian community which he loved dearly, his friends and colleagues, and all Ugandans who mourn his passing. May they find comfort in the years he dedicated to serving this our country. May God grant General Moses Ali eternal rest and comfort his family in this very trying time. For God and my country.
Thank you. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda is in the House, and she'll make a few statements.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. You are a very good man. Right Honorable Speaker and members of Parliament, I would like to sincerely extend my deepest condolences to the bereaved family of the late General Moses Ali. To you, Mr. Speaker, to His Excellency the President, to the Muslim community in Uganda and beyond, to the people of Adjumani, and indeed to all the people of Uganda. The Right Honorable Moses Ali was a nationalist who has served Uganda with dedication to the benefit of all the people of Uganda. His service to the country covered a wide range of spheres, including agriculture, politics, military, religion, education, sports, etc., in which he has left behind an indelible legacy. Mr. Speaker, the Right Honorable General Moses Ali was a commercial farmer who was a mentor and demonstrated to all the people of Uganda and the youth, especially, that the jobs and wealth are in commercial agriculture, in industry, services, and ICT. In his service as a politician, he mentored many, including myself. He was a freedom fighter, and he was such a humorous politician who you would not miss his message whenever he would communicate it. Mr. Speaker, in the military, he was such a disciplined officer, keeping time always. In cabinet, he would always be there before 9 to begin attending the Swahili lecture, the Swahili lessons, beating many younger ministers in terms of timekeeping. A good message that is living with us today. He was my neighbor in cabinet, and I really enjoyed his company. He would always communicate any small guidance which he feels that cabinet should consume, and I would articulate it on his behalf. Occasionally, he would write some messages for me to articulate for His Excellency the President. And whenever he would like to withdraw from cabinet, he would always make sure that he has sought for authority. He would tell me that, please tell the President that I would now like to withdraw. It is time, it is 2 o'clock. There was a time when his doctors had advised him to always withdraw from cabinet at 2 o'clock. But he would not walk out without permission. And while walking out, he would always make sure that he greets His Excellency the President with a very sharp salute, even at his stage of his illness. So he was a very disciplined officer who knew what serving in the army meant, and indeed he was living like a military officer. Remember when we used to go to Chankwanzi, when he was still physically fit, We used to call him our bouncing officer. He would walk with a lot of haste, and you would enjoy the way he would be taking and carrying himself. Mr. Speaker, we all know that he loved the Muslim religion so much, but that did not stop him from being very close to other members of different religions. And he would always be a bridge between the teams in case there was an issue. I know that he comes from West Nile with a long history of service to the country, but he knew how to immerse himself in a situation and come out with the team in the situation that he finds himself in. We in Cabinet will miss him. In education, Mr. Speaker, he was among the founders of West Nile University, a private university who I would like to encourage all members of this House to continue supporting up to the logical conclusion, because it is still in its initial stages. But he also supported university education, going to school at that age he went to get the bachelor's degree in law, and he also got a PhD honorary in IU. But you could see a leader whose heart is too much into university education, especially of the Muslim young girl. He used to talk about how Muslim young girls are always disadvantaged, but he was a voice in raising the young girls who are Muslims to go to school and complete school. Mr. Speaker, there was a small clip which was circulating at one time, demonstrating that General Moses Ali was indeed a supporter and a participant in sports. In Nambole, one time he was playing football, and he kicked it with all his might, and you saw what happened. But it is a fact that sports is very good for physical fitness. He was a sportsman, and indeed, he has mentored many young sports people. He touched many lives during his service to our country with his humor and simplicity in carrying his messages. Mr. Speaker, I thank His Excellency the President for standing with General Moses Ali and the family, especially during the time when he needed specialized treatment. His Excellency the President was always standing with him, according him all the necessary support in terms of medication. May the Almighty God rest the soul of General Moses Ali in eternal peace. Thank you.
Thank you. Lieutenant General James Mugira. Honorable Lieutenant General James Mugira.
The microphone is neutral, like the UPDF, so I can stand here.
UPDF stands on the side.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Right Honorable Speaker, colleague members of the August House, for the record, I'm Lieutenant General James Mugira, Member of Parliament representing the Uganda People's Defense Forces, which is the other family of the late Right Honorable RO 10620, General Retired Moses Ali. I rise to second the motion for a resolution of Parliament to pay tribute to one of Uganda's longest-serving military officers at the time of his retirement, a four-star general who devoted his life to the service of his motherland, a courageous freedom fighter, politician, statesman, and servant of the people who breathed his last on Saturday, the 11th of July, 2026 at Nakasero Hospital at the age of 87. On behalf of the UPDF fraternity, I do extend our deepest condolences to the bereaved family, the people of Ajuman and the entire West Nile sub-region, the honorable members of parliament, and His Excellency the President on the loss of this distinguished son of Uganda. As UPDF, we are mourning and paying a glowing tribute to one of us, a brave soldier who, according to available military records, joined the National Army, that was the Uganda Army at that time, on the 16th of May, 1968, as a cadet officer, and rose through the ranks to a 4-star general at the time of his retirement. His military training included officer cadet and paratroop instructors course, company commanders course in Israel, and staff college course at Canberra in the United Kingdom. Right Honorable Speaker, General Ali's political and military career stretched across more than 5 decades and mirrored some of the most turbulent periods in Uganda's post-independence history. We are therefore paying tribute to a man whose life was deeply intertwined with the history of Uganda. His journey through different periods of our nation's history reflected a remarkable ability to adapt to changing circumstances. His resilience, experience, and ability to navigate changing political landscapes made him one of Uganda's most enduring public servants. His contribution will no doubt remain part of Uganda's historical record. As a freedom fighter, General Moses Ali believed in the ideals of national unity, peace, and stability, contributing to the country's journey through some of its most challenging moments. General Moses Ali led the Uganda National Rescue Front, UNRF, during the 1980s against the Obote II regime. And after the Obote II regime was overthrown by the NRA, he embraced peace and signed a peace agreement with the government on the 16th of November, 1986, which resulted into the integration of the UNRF fighters into the National Resistance Army and marked a significant step towards restoring peace and stability in West Nile. General Moses Ali's name, therefore, is synonymous with the return of peace and security in the area. As Uganda People's Defense Forces, we salute his invaluable contribution to ending the insecurity in West Nile and for contributing to the bringing of peace, security, and stability currently enjoyed in that region. General Moses Ali rose to prominence during the government of President Idi Amin, serving in senior military and cabinet positions, including as Minister of Finance. One time I told him that in primary school, we had to know names of 2 generals apart from Idi Amin if we had to pass our civics and general paper exams. One of them was Brigadier Moses Ali, Minister of Finance. The second was Brigadier Barnabas Kiri, who was the Minister of Education. If you didn't know the 2, I can assure you going to secondary school would be a problem. Right Honorable Speaker, General Moses Ali had a passion for and really loved the military. He always had officer 4 stars on his vehicle, even on the civilian vehicle, and even in retirement. Whenever the UPDF issued a new type of uniform in its stores, General Ali always asked for a pair of the new uniform. I know wherever he is, he must be happy that at least he has been given send-off in full military or with full military honors. I don't know which other portrait you have put there with him in civilian clothes. General Ali, though my senior in all ways, whether it is in age, in rank, in status, was also a personal friend. I personally worked with him closely in the mid-1990s when I was private secretary to His Excellency the President, and I always treated his correspondences to the President on matters of stabilization of West Nile as a top priority. I later on worked with him closely in 2004 when I was in charge of the Chieftains of Military Intelligence at a time when some rebel group was trying to establish bases in West Nile, which, with his support, we were able to dismantle that group. A few years back, when he came back from treatment abroad, he called and updated me of his health and a planned Thanksgiving function in Adjumani. I couldn't attend the function because I was out of the country, but I sent him some contribution towards the function. He was so grateful and appreciative that when he returned to Kampala, he gifted me an autographed copy of his book, The Odyssey of the Nubi, From Soldiers of the British Empire to Full Citizens all in Uganda. In that book, he gives an account of the injustices to Nubi soldiers and the Nubi resistance against British establishment, leading to the earliest struggles against colonialism and perhaps planting the seeds of the struggle for the independence of Uganda. Central in his book is the contention that until the NRM government came into power, the Nubi were marginalized and largely denied their fundamental rights and entitlements. Right Honorable Speaker, beyond the titles, medals, and ranks, General Ali was a person of deep character whose kindness touched many lives, especially the people of Adjumani. His leadership was particularly felt in West Nile, where he was not only a national figure, but also a trusted son in the region. Affectionately known as the cock of the west of West Nile, General Moses Ali was credited with advancing government development programs, promoting national unity, and supporting partnerships aimed at improving livelihoods in Adjumani and other parts of the country. To many in the West Nile region, he was a respected leader who championed the interests of his people. His supporters remember him for his commitment to community development, national unity, and public service. No wonder they continued voting him into parliament even when his health had deteriorated and he was visibly frail. Right Honorable Speaker, General Ali had the will to live. He was a fighter like a real general, and he fought on till the last hour. He could never miss national functions. I think even his decision to contest for a member of parliament this year shows his never retreat, never surrender, never give up spirit of a general. Right Honorable Speaker, colleague members, as we mourn the general's departure, we also celebrate a life well lived. A life marked by service, sacrifice, and commitment to Uganda. His passing marks the end of a remarkable chapter in the country's history, but his legacy will continue to inspire generations. General Ali's contribution to our nation will remain woven into the fabric of our history, and his memory will continue to guide those who follow in his footsteps. We are grateful for a life lived with purpose, for sacrifices that secured our people's freedom, and for a legacy that will continue to inspire generations to come. Though the general is no longer with us in body, his spirit lives on in every citizen who cherishes freedom, every soldier who serves with honor, and every young person inspired to lead with integrity. May we honor the general's memory not only with our words, but with our actions. By preserving the peace he fought for, defending the freedoms he helped secure, and living by the principles he so faithfully upheld. To his beloved family, we thank you for sharing him with the nation, often at great personal sacrifice. We pray that the Almighty grants you strength, comfort, and peace during this difficult time. To the people of West Nile and colleague members of Parliament, the UPDF mourns with you. We honor a leader who dedicated much of his life to the service of his country and people. General, your mission on earth is complete. Your watch has ended. but your legacy endures. You have fought your battles, served your nation, and left a legacy that will not be forgotten. May the Almighty grant you eternal peace, and may your legacy continue to inspire thoughtful leadership, patriotism, and service to the nation. The gentle giant has gone to sleep. Fare thee well, General Moses Ali. Rest in peace. I thank you.
Thank you. So I hope you've heard, generals never surrender, never retreat. Right Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister, General Moses Ali was your deputy, second deputy. And you worked with him as Speaker here in this same chair, as Deputy Speaker.
Thank you very much. No
3 minutes, please. Yeah.
Mwenyekiti na wabunge, habari za asubuhi.
Sawa.
Jambo. Honorable Speaker, let me begin by thanking the interim government for the constitutional making process, because it enabled Uganda to correct certain very, very historical injustices. And one of them was the tribes that had been swallowed up by the bigger ones were able to get listed in the Constitution and be recognized. And among those were the Nubi. Now, Speaker, General Ali, you have been told about the book he wrote, and I would recommend Mr. Siraj Ali, I think you should try and make the books available to the members. It's very, very important reading so that people understand the history of this country and how people have been living. Somewhere in his book, he says the following: the feeling of having no power over one's history, no right to describe oneself, no capacity to determine one's destiny, no influence over what is written, no capacity to self-define, and the presence of general misery and hopelessness. This was the situation the Nubi people found themselves in, and Honorable General Ali did research over a long time, extensively by the way, and documented the history right from the, I think the 18th century, tracing all the Nubis, the Egyptian Nubi, the Acholi Nubi, the Langi Nubi, and all those until they came to Uganda. The book reflects on what must have been men who must got courage and whose migration and settlement was externally driven. They were just brought here through circumstances. They found themselves here, and then they did not have a proper belonging. That's why I say that the constitution-making process was very important for the history of this country and for many of the tribes that had been marginalized. Honorable Ali was a calm person. I remember a number of occasions when we had very heated debates on Apa, on Zoka Forest. He remained calm despite the pressures. Those are very, very heated debates in this house. Actually, sometimes I thought this man, after that, he'll follow us. But he left, he would leave the chamber, go back, come back tomorrow, and then we'll do our work. So I really want to thank him for his calmness. You have been told about his military exploits, but I really wanted to concentrate on his struggle for identity and his struggle for the people of West Nile, and especially the Nubi people. When I was Speaker, when we were growing up, after the Amin War, all people of West Nile were called Amin's people. So it meant that they were marginalized politically, socially, economically, and so on. I remember a lot of them lost their property. It has never been returned. I have a family that is still checking on me. They still come to me to find out, is it possible to unfreeze our accounts? Is it possible to get back our buses? And I write to the Ministry of Finance, nobody answers. I think nobody has a solution. But I think, Honourable Speaker, we have done a lot to restore what the Indians lost. These people also lost. You have been told that I was shown my children, some of them are my children, who were born in Zaire, born in Sudan. All of this belonged somewhere. Their parents lost property. They came back to nothing. They've never recovered. So I think this time we did something for this community. So I want to really thank General Ali. By the way, he taught us, whatever time I reached cabinet, he was always there. He was always there, never late. And as the VP has said, he would leave at a certain time, but leave with decorum. So I think he really teaches us discipline and punctuality. I really want to thank you for his contribution to Uganda, and I really pray that the wrongs against the people of West Nile should be corrected. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Right Honorable former Speaker, now the First Deputy, I thought you were going to tell this House about his calmness. He was seated there one day, and somebody raised order, and that he was sleeping. When he got up, he said, I was just meditating and closing my eyes to avoid seeing ugly people like... That was the man. Honorable members, in the VIP gallery this morning, we have the following. We have Right Honorable Brigadier General retired, Alhaji Moses Chigongo, the first National Vice Chairperson, NRM, and former Deputy Speaker of this House for 10 years. And then we have the Right Honorable Ruhana Rugunda, the former Prime Minister. We also have Honorable Peter Lokeris, former Minister of Karamoja. We have Ambassador Nusura Tiperu, Ambassador of Uganda to Turkey. We have Honorable John Emily Otekat, former MP. Honorable Anthony Butele, former MP. Honorable Okello Anthony, Commissioner, Electoral Commission, and the former MP. Engineer Dr. Professor Badru Chigundu, former chairperson. Honorable Kaya Christine Nachimwero, former MP. Honorable Mukula Francis, former MP. Honorable Achayo Christine, former woman MP. Honorable Anne Awuru, former woman MP. Honorable Caroline Amal Okao, former minister and former member of parliament. Honorable Latif Sebagala, former MP and former imam to the late, yeah. Honorable Wangolo Jacob, former MP. Honorable Gerard Seranda, the Yala MP and the Secretary General of DP. Honorable Olobo James Dubai, former member of parliament. Honorable Cooper Elijah, former member of parliament. Honorable Dominica Abu, former woman MP. Honorable Haji Idi Isabirie, former member of parliament. They have come to join parliament in paying tribute to the late Right Honorable General Moses Ali. Please make them feel welcome. Now we have to do some housekeeping. The housekeeping is that, one, don't write to the speaker. Two, so many people want to speak, but I want to begin with the members of parliament who are traveling to West Nile, because they have to leave. And we want to apportion time, 2 minutes each. And then until when we abuse it, we shall reduce it to 1. And the count starts now. Honorable Fungaro, the chairperson of the caucus. 2 minutes.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I am Honorable Fungaro Caps Hassan, Chairman, West Nile Parliamentary Caucus, Member of Parliament representing Obongi constituency in this Parliament. And also, one of the many students whom General Moses Ali, in the process of his struggle, preparing the future, preparing for the continuity of the struggle through educating people, he sent to various schools. I mourn General Moses Ali as a leader. In the interest of time, this is the theme under which I mourn General Moses Ali. Stock taking and recalibration of the struggle General Moses Ali stood for and lived for. Stock taking means counting the gaps and the gains. What did he fight for? And what did he get in the fight? And what did he not get? This is a moment of counting those things. Some of the things he fought for, Right Honorable Alitwala Rebecca Kadaga, our former speaker, mentioned here, and were not fulfilled. For example, the compensation of the people of West Nile for what they lost. Actually, not the compensation, but returning, giving them what they deserved. Just like what was taken for the Indians was given back to them. But what was taken from the West Nile people, Mama.
Honorable Olero Tom, answer. Honorable Olero Tom, answer. Use your time carefully.
Right Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the people of Moyo District and on my own behalf, I extend our sincere condolences to the bereaved family members and to all the Ugandans in your respective capacities. We are here to pay tribute to General Moses Ali posthumously. We are here to talk about his legacy, where he has been a seasoned, celebrated, hardcore military tactician, a farmer, a lawyer, a patriot, a Pan-Africanist, a teacher. He has had is going to have a very long-lasting legacy in the sense that he has left 2 members of parliament in this house and 2 ministers in this house, and that is none other than Honorable Minister Siraj Ali and Honorable Alerotom Aza in the house. That's congratulations. Otherwise, he's a pillar of West Nile. He was the one who represented our people from West Nile when they were in the Sudan in exile, when they were in Congo in exile. And therefore, I want to thank the government for according him official funeral, and to you all who are here, I thank you very much. Let us commiserate with the family. Let us condole with the family so that the soul of our gallant soldier rest in peace. I say all this for God and my country. Thank you very much.
Honorable Jessica Ababiku, the woman MP, Ajumani, and our commissioner.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Allow me to convey my condolences in that of people of Ajumani, to government, to your cabinet, all members of parliament, and our party. Secondly, Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank His Excellency the President for according our senior, our hero, state burial. And we want to thank you for supporting us in different forms to ensure that today we are seated here, but also able to travel to Adjumani. And at this point, allow me give people who are here and outside that we are ready waiting for you. And I'm working with Honorable Alanyo Marshall. Those who want to travel, you can rise up. Those who want to travel can register with the Honorable. And we wish you safe journey. May his soul rest in eternal peace. Amen.
Third Deputy Prime Minister, who is going ahead. You may say she's from Adjumani, but she's going ahead.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to convey my deepest condolences to the family of General Moses Ali, the people of Adjumani, the people of Uganda, and the Muslim community. General Moses Ali was very passionate about education. I have my sister who was studying in, used to be in Bombo Secondary, and she said that she knew Moses Ali by the number of students that Moses Ali, the general, was supporting. So for her, she thought that the whole school was being supported or paid school fees by General Moses Ali. General Moses Ali has taken children outside Uganda and within the country for scholarships. General Moses Ali went back to school at that advanced age, and he has died as a lawyer, an advocate. That is how passionate he has been with education. General Moses Ali loved his religion. General Moses Ali has been going in the corridors there in the lobby to make his prayers. Because he was supposed to be here, but he could get out slowly, he sits inside there and make his prayers. General Moses Ali is the mind behind the construction of Gaddafi Mosque. The University of IU and other Muslim institutions, he has behind that, and he has been a council member to the University of IU. So we thank Honorable General Moses Ali for what he has done.
Thank you. Honorable members, in the public gallery this morning, we have immediate family members of the late Right Honorable General Moses Ali. They include Mama Kerima Ali, the widow. We have Mama Amina Ali, the widow. We have Mama Aziza Ali, the widow. We have Mr. Bashir Musa, the son. And not in the public gallery, but in the house, in the chambers, we have Honorable Suraj Ali Musa, the son. We have Zainab Ali, the daughter. We have Mariam Ali, the daughter. They have come to join Parliament in paying tribute to the late Right Honorable General Moses Ali, and also to listen to what other people say about their father and their husband. So join me in making them feel welcome. We also have Honorable Hamson Obua, Dennis Obua, the former government chief whip and the vice national NRM chairperson, in charge of northern Uganda. He has missed and lost a supporter. Can I have Honorable Mavejina Akumu Catherine, the elder?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues. I rise on behalf of the elders and the people of northern Uganda whom I represent to convey our heartfelt condolences to the family of late General Moses Ali, the Parliament, the executive led by His Excellency the President, and the judiciary and the whole country. The late Moses Ali was our icon and with a big heart. In 1986, when the First Lady founded OWESO, that is Uganda Women Effort to Save Orphans, Right Honorable Moses Ali was one of the donors and a great supporter of OWESO, because I personally used to go to him, to his farm, to get bulls for our orphans, together with my late sister Angela Kaba. In 1994, when General Moses Ali was campaigning for the CA, that is Constituent Assembly, I was also campaigning, and when I was going back to Nebe, I had to pass through Moyo and Gulu. And so we were abducted by the rebels just in Pabo there. Fortunately, our UPDF were nearby, and they quickly came and rescued us. But all our things were looted. But when I reached Adjumani, I had to report to General Moses Ali, who was also busy with his campaign. He gave me more money than what I had raised in Kampala and what was looted. So I'm very grateful to him. Right Honorable Speaker and colleagues, General Moses Ali worked with me when I was appointed in cabinet. He guided me and mentored me when I was a junior minister of state.
Honorable Huda Oleru, who has been the minister in charge of retired general minister, and she's still Minister of Veterans.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. I rise to support the motion to pay tribute to our fallen gallant son of West Nile. Mr. Speaker, General Moses Ali chaired the Cabinet Committee, the Cabinet Economic Committee that facilitated the economic relationships which this country had with the Gulf states. When he chaired the committees, what are the benefits? We are benefiting as a country from OIC. And I know, even in this house, we have a parliamentary union on OIC that members travel to attend those. It is Moses Ali's contribution that now you have that committee here. Through chairing of that committee, now we benefit, we get a lot of loans as a country from Islamic Development Bank. That is the role of Moses Ali. From chairing that committee, Moses Ali facilitated the establishment of Islamic University in Uganda, where he has been a council member and also the chairperson of Appointments Committee. Therefore, he has been doing both strategic and operational role at Islamic University in Uganda, and I have been his member in the committee. Moses Ali loved education. In fact, when I...
Now I want to invite the parliamentary imam. The imam you can talk about his faithful, and we don't. He might give us a different view.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name, Kaka Lubega Ismail Othman. I represent Kakuto County, and in my capacity as the parliamentary imam, I stand to rise with profound sorrow and humility to pay tribute to the long-serving statesman. Right Honorable Speaker, according to the time factor, I want to remind our colleagues that according to Islamic teachings, when someone dies, his soul taken from his body or her body, the soul is kept in the sky. Whatever taking place here is watching. When you say something good, he will say, thank you. When you say something bad, he will cry. Honorable colleague, let's try our best to make our honorable colleague comfortable in his grave. Lastly, Right Honorable Speaker, according to Islamic teachings, still, when someone dies, all his work and services cuts off, except 3 items. I will mention one, what we call in Islamic Arabic language, Sadaqatul Jariyah. Sadaqatul Jariyah is when you make something, you give out charity in the name of someone who has passed on. Me, in my capacity as the parliamentary imam of the 12th Parliament, I will construct a borehole in Adjumani.
Please, just conclude on that borehole.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. In my capacity as the parliamentary imam, I will construct a borehole through Tabassum Foundation in Adjumani. And I pray the Almighty Allah, whoever used that water, he channels the rewards to the late General Moses Ali.
Honorable Alenyo.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to support the motion. Honorable Speaker, on the 21st of April 1914, West Nile, by order of council in the UK, became part of Uganda. Every people have their own Moses. For us as West Nile, our Moses, the biblical Moses, was Moses Ali. So I ask honorable members to thank His Excellency the President for appointing another Moses Ali, Siraj Ali. Honorable members, as West Nile, we thank His Excellency the President for keeping the life of Moses Ali present. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, Moses Ali worked with me as the general in the Ministry of Internal Affairs, where I appointed 2 people, Arthur Ibale and me as timekeepers. One day, he caught us. We were timekeepers, but we never used to sign the book because we thought we were important. One day he asked us, show your names in this timekeeping register. We were not there. He taught us humility, that even if you're a leader, you must be accountable to the people. Finally, those in the military who are serving particularly in the West Nile, yesterday, the army spent majority of the day burning boats in Pakwach, the Fisheries Protection Unit. You have to serve with humility. We don't have to serve when you are in the military by burning people's boats and making sure that people hate the uniform. I rise up to thank the Moses Ali General for protecting his people when we went to exile and when we came back. And to this house, thank you for having our father in this house and respecting him, even when he looked frail, he looked sickly. People used to look at him with honor and respect. On behalf of the West Nile, I want to thank you so much, fellow members, for honoring him. Thank you very much.
The parliamentary caucus chairperson, the Muslim. And then I will ask the Honorable Dia, is also going.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, you quoted the Quran correctly, chapter 2, verse 155. Allah says, and certainly we shall test you with something of fear, like loss of lives. But the message to the messenger was that Every time you find yourselves in such a situation of distress, remind your people that from Allah we came from, and to Allah we shall return one by one. Now this day, the Right Honorable General Moses Ali has returned to his Creator. Right Honorable Speaker, General Moses Ali was a leader whose life was deeply rooted in his faith. He never shied away from identifying as a proud Muslim, demonstrating that one could serve God faithfully while serving the nation with honor and distinction. General Moses Ali has been the patron of the Muslim Parliamentary Caucus. He was more than a patron to most of us. He was a father, mentor, and source of wisdom. Through his guidance, laws to uplift the Muslim community have been presented in Parliament and passed here. For example, the Islamic banking. Honorable Speaker, General Moses Ali has been a towering figure within the Ugandan Nubian community. For generations, he provided leadership and guidance and a sense of solidarity. Most recently, when I presented a petition on behalf of the Nubian community, he called me to his office.
Honorable dear, you did not need to cross this side, but since, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. I would like to start by thanking His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for the gesture to our brother to have this special sitting. One, as West Nile, we want to thank the cock of West Nile for the peace that we are now witnessing in the region. Very many people of West Nile were born and grew up from exile, that is South Sudan and Eastern Congo. But when the NRM government took power, the 16th November 1986 agreement brought peace in the region, and from that time up to today, nobody from West Nile has moved to exile. We are having peace. Secondly, before the NRM government, we used to travel from West Nile to Kampala for a week because we did not have a tarmac road. But General Moses Ali took it upon himself to always remind His Excellency about tarmacking the Karuma, Koboko, Kaya Road. As I speak to you now, that road is tarmacked, and the road from Koboko, Yumbe, Moyo, the contractor is also on site. That means the entire West Nile is going to enjoy tarmac road. We thank him for that. When it comes to connecting West Nile to the national grid, I remember when I joined the 10th Parliament, we joined the efforts together with General Moses Ali, who always requested President to meet the leaders from the region. One time we had a meeting spearheaded by him at State House in Entebbe, and we sat with the President as leaders from West Nile. He's the one who led.
Thank you. Honorable Isaac Otingo, MP Padiere. But we all noticed that being appointed a minister, Honorable dear, is completely different. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I stand before you to pay tribute to a great general, a great servant for the people of West Nile. A lot has been said on what the great general has done for us as the people of West Nile. But one of the things we do appreciate him for is that he always made sure that West Nile got its fair share of the national cake. And through that, we have managed to get electricity as mentioned. We have managed to get the roads as mentioned. The famous Laropi Bridge funding, which is going to start, that was another champion, bridge champion by the great general who is laying before us. So as new members of this parliament, some of us were in the second term, we came towards the last years of the great general. But nevertheless, he always got time to call us in his office and continued guiding us on some of the projects and issues to raise. One of the issues he always used to tell us about was the road also between Nebi going to Goli and all the way to Fura. That is one of the roads that he always was passionate about. And now that we managed to pass a loan here of 20 million United States dollars for that road, we do urge the Ministry of Works to fulfill that pledge of making sure that road of Nebi, Goli to Zombo is tarmacked. I do thank you all and appreciate, and we welcome you to West Nile tomorrow for the burial of the general. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Miri Babalanda, the chairperson of the National Organizing Committee. We want you to speak so that you don't miss the flight to West Nile.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members. Right Honorable Speaker, I stand here to pay tribute to the Right Honorable General Moses Ali. Right Honorable Speaker, today we gather not only to mourn the passing of Right Honorable General Moses Ali, but also to celebrate the extraordinary life of a man whose name is permanently etched in the history of Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, General Moses Ali was an exceptional patriot, a distinguished soldier, an accomplished statesman, and a dedicated public servant whose contribution to our nation spanned more than 5 decades. Throughout his life, he remained steadfast in advancing the ideals of peace, national unity, and socio-economic transformation. This House has lost one of its most experienced, respected, and accomplished members. For over 2 decades, General Moses Ali faithfully served the people of West Nile in Parliament. He was first elected Member of Parliament for East Moyo County in 2001, re-elected in 2011, and later represented Adjumani West County from 2016 until his passing on Saturday. His repeated electoral victories reflected the immense trust and confidence that his
Honorable Shamim Malende.
Right Honorable Speaker and colleague members, I'm Shamim Malende, woman member of Parliament for Kampala District. Right Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the people of Kampala, I rise to pay tribute to the fallen General Moses Ali, who is before us here. Right Honorable Speaker, we extend our heartfelt condolences to the family, the people of West Nile, the Muslim fraternity, and the nation at large. From an Islamic perspective, Right Honorable Speaker, death reminds us that every soul shall return to Allah, and what remains are those good deeds. General Moses Ali, the late, championed unity, particularly amongst the Muslim community, and he also encouraged coexistence of all persons, irrespective of their background, political affiliations, or faith. Right Honorable Speaker, if the titular head of the Muslim community, His Royal Highness Prince Kasim Nachibinge, confirmed to us that he's been having engagements with him over several matters. Who are we as leaders not to pick a lesson from the late General Moses Ali? Right Honorable Speaker, in conclusion, we pray that the soul of General Moses Ali may rest in eternal peace, and according to the faith of Islam, every person has shortcomings, but in the Muslim faith, what we speak of are the good deeds of a person, and then we pray that God forgives his transgressions. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un.
Thank you. Condolence message from the National Resistance Movement, Office of the First National Vice Chairperson. Signed by Alhaji Moses Chigongo, the National Vice Chairperson. Your message is received. Another message is from Uganda Parliamentary Cooperative Savings and Credit Society, which most people here know as SACO. To the family of the late Right Honorable General Retired Moses Ali, signed by Honorable Migade Robert Ndugwa, the board chairperson. We also have condolence messages from Democratic Party, I don't know which one, but Office of the Secretary General. You are going to find out which one. Signed by the Honorable Dr. Siranda Gerald Blacks, the Secretary General of the only Democratic Party in Uganda, and a member of East African Legislative Assembly. Also, we have condolence message from Interparty Organization for Dialogue, IPOD, signed by Honorable Siranda Gerard Blacks, the chairman, IPOD. And honorable members in the public gallery, we also have Honorable Bas Agaba, a former member of parliament. His other name is Nyambura or something like that. Yeah, yes, I know he's from Chitagwenda, but his other name is Nyambura. Also, we have a condolence message from Parliamentary Pension Scheme, signed by Neyabale Slivia, MP, who is signed for the chairperson, Board of Trustees. So I have Honorable Minsa Kabanda. We are getting it. 2 minutes.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. And I'm speaking on behalf of Kampala Metropolitan as a minister and as a representative of Kampala. General Moses, I want to also to support the motion. Right Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Moses Ali was beyond public, all has been said, but General Moses Ali was a committed Muslim whose faith guided his life. He was widely recognized as a pillar of the Muslim community, especially among the Nubian community, and was respected for promoting unity, peace and harmony among Muslims and all Ugandans. You've seen some facts, but at least he belonged to both factions. That's why he went to Chibuli and he went to Uganda Muslim Supreme Council. His contribution to the growth of Islam in Uganda will remain part of the enduring legacy. He used his influence in government to support the development of Islamic University in Uganda, where he also served on the University Council and chaired its finance committee. He equally championed the establishment and growth of Chibuli Muslim Hospital, expanding access to health care while strengthening Muslim institutions in the country. These are lasting monuments that will continue to benefit generations of Uganda. General Moses Ali demonstrated that faith and public service can complement one another. He carried himself with humility, respected people of all backgrounds, and remained steadfast in his belief that national development is based.
Thank you. The Muslim Parliamentary Caucus, they have raised the 2 million shillings, which is with the chairperson, and they will pass it on to the family. 2 million. Give them another round of applause. Honorable Sewungu is going to give us more.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. First of all, I want to send my condolences to the people of West Nile. And it's a big task to create another General Moses Ali from there. I came in Parliament in 2011, but one of the most people who are making this floor interesting was General Moses Ali. You could not tell him to sit down when he's seated there. You raise a point of order. You say, order for what? If you are standing, I also remain standing. But I want to thank his driver. I taught in most of my teaching career was in the military police. And the many senior officers sit behind. General Moses Ali in his vehicle was always sitting in the front with his driver. Whoever knows his driver, kindly thank him for me. Managing a driver and you a general is not easy. General Moses Ali has been a real soldier. I last talked to him when we had call of voting for the Speaker of Parliament. But you could see him still insisting at any activity dealing with government. Most of us, when we get sick, we tend to hide our way. But General Moses Ali was in the public, fighting and doing everything for the good of his country. As my former speaker stated, there was no battle interesting in this house like APA. The battle of APA in this house with General Moses Ali, we could see people from other regions of the country and see the battle, but Moses Ali would say, you will not take APA from West Nile, I think a Juman area. So you people of West Nile, your APA issue, continue with your APA, but the battle was for Moses Ali. Mr. Speaker, as I conclude, we came here together. I don't know the way Moses Ali, and I thank members, they were respecting him so much. They were respecting General Moses Ali so much. And the soldiers, they say they don't die, but they fade away. I don't know where it came from. General Mujira will tell us.
Thank you. We have also condolence message from the Ministry of Information, Communication, Technology, and National Guidance, signed by Honorable Joyce Namboza Sebugwao, the Minister of State for ICT. Can I have Honorable Member from Noya, Honorable Dennis Opio, where the General taught in 1960. Is he here?
Thank you.
Yes. He was a teacher.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. For the record, I am Opio Dennis Geoffrey, a Member of Parliament for Noya County. Right Honorable Speaker, I joined this House in seconding a motion to pay tribute to the statesman, a distinguished serviceman, and a servant primary school teacher, the late Right Honorable General Moses Ali was. Right Honorable Speaker, before joining the Army in 1968 and rising to national prominence, the late Honorable General Moses Ali served as a primary school teacher in Anaka Catholic Girls' School and Kochgoma Church of Uganda Primary School in Noya District in Achole Sub-Region. Though it was a short tenure, that period has remained a prominent legacy in his life. And even as he rose later to become a 4-star general, a prime minister, a second deputy prime minister of Uganda, it is normally highlighted that he had a humble beginning as a primary school teacher. Secondly, Right Honorable Speaker, The late Right Honorable General.
Thank you. In the public gallery, the VIP gallery, we have Honorable Veronica Kadogo, MP Yala. We have Honorable Princess Kabakumba Masiko, former minister and former MP. We have Honorable Sulaiman Chirunda Bariejusa, former MP. They have come to join Parliament in paying tribute to the late Honorable General Moses Ali. And I want to take note that we've had this before here, and I've not seen one date that has brought former members of Parliament as we are here. So, Rastafarian?
Rastafari, who God bless no man curse.
God bless.
Right Honorable Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. I raised to pay tribute as well and second the motion for paying the tribute to the late. Around 1976 or thereabout, Moses Ali was in my place in the Bumbo, Bugisu region, southern. As a children, we had grown up with one of his brothers or relative or whatever called Aliga. Little do we know that Aliga was equally state operative then. That's when I saw a young soldier, very beautiful, of average build, very smart, and handsome as well, by the way you are, Right Honorable Speaker. And those were the early contacts which I had. We as the people of Bumbo, we have the Nubian community and my constituency in the Bulo East equal as well, pay tribute, especially to the family. But very lastly, my father is 86 years. That indicates that the late is my father. And to my colleagues, especially the children of the late, know that much as I'm 61 years, I'm also a son to him. May his soul rest in peace. Thank
Honorable
you.
Rose Obiga. Just, we are about to, we are relaxed.
Yeah.
Please, Honorable Rose Obiga.
Thank
2
you,
minutes.
Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I drove all the way from West Nile to be here because I thought the first program would let me be straight there. Right Honorable Speaker, allow me heartily thank the President of the Republic of Uganda for our son to have stayed for all this time. The President personally treated Moses Ali. Moses Ali has been sickly for quite some time. Your Excellency, we, the people of West Nile, we thank you so much. Right Honorable Speaker, I'm the Vice Chairperson of West Nile Parliamentary Caucus. And Moses Ali has been a foundation stone to all of us. We are so grateful. He has been our go-between between West Nile and His Excellency. We're here requesting the President, with due respect, if you can appoint a son or a daughter of West Nile in cabinet who will act as a bridge. Yes, West Nile this time gave in a lot. The President did say, vote and we shall always put you there. And on behalf of West Nile, I'm here to reiterate that we need a bridge to replace Moses Ali. Dear brother, we love you, but you have gone too soon. May your precious soul rest in eternal peace. Thank you.
Right Honorable First Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable Member is asking you to take the message to the President. She wants to be appointed to Cabinet. Honorable Fono Pondo.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker and members of the Parliament. Moses Ali is or has been a testimony of one of the cardinal points of the NRM, reconciliation. reconciliation without bitterness. In 1988-89, this government, we tried Moses Sari and we suspected him of committing treason. We arrested him, we tried him, put him in Rosira. Court eventually acquitted him. Since that time, I have never sensed any sense of bitterness in Moses Sali. He has never referred to it in any of his public engagement. I wish how many Ugandans can indeed reconcile permanently. Right Honorable Speaker and members of Parliament, that's just for history. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Pachuto. The West Nile bus is waiting, leaving in the next 20 minutes. So allow me to pick those other West Nilers, and then order. Please, Honorable Pachuto.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker.
Yeah.
On behalf of the people of Pakwach, allow me to extend my heartfelt condolences to the President, to you, the Speaker of Parliament, and the family of the late Right Honorable General Moses Ali. Right Honorable Speaker, I stand here in testimony of late General Moses Ali as a peace builder. In 1986, I was a young girl. One morning, there appeared 3 vehicles parked in our home, and soldiers jumped out. My late father was seated under a tree. Then came out a towering, tall soldier, and that was our late elder, and started beckoning my father. I was bringing something for my father, and my father whispered and said, "Run away." All the girls ran away and the women in this home. And why was that? Because it was well known that soldiers were very good at raping women. And that's why my dad asked us to run away. And then later on, we were all called back. He had been sent to go and talk to my father, who was a prominent man, a prominent opinion leader, to mobilize the people of Jonam to welcome the NRA with green leaves. So indeed today, as people of West Nile, we have lost a general that fought to see that there is peace in West Nile, and see to it that women are no longer raped by the current UPDF. For that, we really thank him. Right Honorable Speaker, somebody mentioned here that we should not pay tribute by just talking, but action. Right Honorable Speaker, the President mentioned 2 of our roads, critical roads, of economic value. The Nebi up to Vura, and then Panyimur, Wadelai, Obongi.
Honorable Chandia Bernadette Kodili. You don't need to change positions.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Chandia Bernadette Kodili, Woman Member of Parliament, Moyo District. I am also honored to be a mother to the General, as Adjumani was birthed by Moyo. And him being my child, I am here to follow up on all that is left for Adjumani, for the people of Madi, Laropi Bridge. Moyo was among the first districts in Uganda. And Adjumani to date, we are still town council, municipality status in honor of our father, my son, yes. But also on the flip side, he is my father. Mi ni mtoto wa jeshi, kwa hivyo huu ni baba wangu. So in that sense, worry not. The cock is down, but the cock has able replacements, because the eggs became chicks. We are now growing. So rest in peace. Generals do not die. Sleep well, General. Rest assured, Madi will shine, Adjumani will shine, Moyo will shine. Uganda will shine. I thank you very much.
Thank you. I will take keen interest to take some census about the people with the military background in this parliament. Seems like this parliament we have many people. And yes, Honorable Musa Noah, Koboko North.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, on behalf of people of Koboko North and on my own behalf, I wish to extend my heartfelt condolences to His Excellency the President, the family of late General Moses Ali, the people of Adjumani, people of West Nile, and the nation. Right Honorable Speaker, today we are mourning at the same time celebrating a life of a statesman who lived his entire life for humanity. Right Honorable Speaker, in 2003, September, when General Moses Ali had just returned from treatment, I and my former honorable colleague, Dr. George Boka, requested to visit General Moses Ali. We requested for appointment to visit him at home, but 2 days later, he gave us an appointment in the office. When we went to the office, we had a 2 hours meeting. We thought we had gone to see a patient, but General Moses Ali took us through all the projects of West Nile, including Laropi Bridge, including the road from Laropi to Afoji, including the road from Koboko, Moyo, Adjumani, Moyo, Yumbe, and the compensation of the veterans in West Nile. By the time we ended the meeting, Right Honorable Speaker, I realized that General Moses Ali was not done yet, despite his health saying otherwise. It was at the same time that he gave me his book, The Odyssey of the Nubi, from soldiers of British Empire to full citizens in Uganda. It was in that book that I came to learn in detail some of the difficulties General Moses Ali had with the former head of state, President Idi Amin. And we therefore want to thank him for his endurance, for choosing peace, for his support for West Nile region.
Honorable Grace Freedom, Kuyuching, Okara, Okora.
Okoro County. Right Honorable, thank you very much for the opportunity, and I pass my condolence to you, to His Excellency the President, and to Parliament, and to the people of Uganda. I support this motion for the great son of West Nile, very consistent, very resilient, very straight-talking, very decisive, but also humorous. Just to remind ourselves about how the cock came in, because he respected people, he respected protocol. And when some of us wanted to do things he didn't like, he said, "You people, I am of age, I am a general, you have to listen to me, I am the cock of West Nile." So we also teased him, we said, "If you are the cock, so what are we?" The hens, but he laughed. But I know him as a man who respected women. He would always refer to many women I have come across as madam. He will not say honorable, he'll say madam. But if you are saying something he didn't agree with, he'll say, "Really, madam?" And he would know that that didn't go well with him. I want to thank His Excellency the President for rewarding the veterans of UNRF, the army he led, because that was a pain in him. Every time he talked about the army, the veterans, he would think about compensating these people who really put their lives and fought for peace. I want to thank him as a leader, as somebody who nurtured me also. He delegated me to so many of his activities.
Yeah, I'm glad somebody has brought that out. He actually one time told me, when I was in the other side, that what is delaying him is to see that the combatants are compensated. So I think he has rested. He has rested. Honorable Bakungubagira, I know you are going to take a lift from Honorable Freedom.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I stand to support the motion to pay tribute to our fallen colleague, Lieutenant General Moses Ali. General Moses Ali. The first time I interacted with the late was in 2019. Actually, 12th October, when he was the guest of honor in a function of the retired Archbishop Lukurombi in Goli. He came in. I expected, because the crowd was very big in that function, when they heard that the cock was coming to that function, he came in with a few soldiers. We expected many soldiers. He was a general, and he was a prime minister then. To my dismay, even when he gave his speech, it was very calm, and he showed a lot of humility. We expected him to fear the crowds. He didn't. To me, when, of course, we are in the 11th Parliament and now the 12th Parliament, his life was at the other end. So we didn't have much interaction with him. But to the people of West Nile, he has always been our go-between, between the government and whatever projects we had in West Nile. In reflecting this death, I looked at about 3 verses, but I will leave 2 verses to the family, the bereaved family and the people of Uganda in his memory, the Beatitudes, that is Matthew chapter 3.
Beatitude is in chapter 5 of Matthew. Honorable Paparu Lilian Arua, and then we shall have another person from West Nile, Honorable Anne Amelia Chambade. Yeah.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. On my own behalf and on behalf of the people of Arua District, I rise to extend my condolences to the family. Right Honorable Speaker, I stand to pay tribute as a daughter of a military person whom General Moses Ali recruited in Amin's time and rose to the ranks of a colonel because he had to bring him back from exile to join UPDF. General Moses Ali is a household name in West Nile. There are younger people who have never seen him, but they know that there is a father, a cock in West Nile called General Moses Ali. General Moses Ali has served for many years in this country, but you would never hear him in scandals. He has served dedicatively. When you hear corruption and what, you never hear our great father in those issues of corruption. We thank him for that. He has been a model to us, and he is a humorous person. One time, he was not well. He returned from treatment abroad. We didn't go to see him as West Nile Parliamentary Caucus. Then we had a meeting for the caucus with equal opportunities. He was the first person in the room. When we arrived, he was like, joking. You people thought I was gone. I'm around. You didn't go to see me, so I brought myself for you to see. So he was a friendly person, friendly to people across age. Right Honorable Speaker, one of the things Moses Ali General stood for, was connecting West Nile to the national grid. We thank the government that was achieved. He has been looking forward for the last mile connections. We have power enough in West Nile, but many institutions are not connected.
Honorable Amelia from West Nile.
Adopted. Right Honorable Speaker and the August House, I rise to support the motion that is paying tribute to General Moses Ali. General Moses Ali was like a father to me, an advisor. I remember when I was a PPS, he called me and he told me that you are too much of a public servant. you need to develop your political horizon. I didn't understand that. He said, you are the engine in this country. If you're working as a principal private secretary, there's so much you can do to support your president. And that is how I started politics. That is how I started engaging all the areas. That is how I supported and identifying students for scholarships. That is how I penetrated all districts as a PPS. And that is why people say that I was powerful, but it was because of Moses Ali. The second one, when I was in the Ministry of Trade, I had a challenge of sugar, and the prices were rising. He called me and he said, withdraw their licenses. If they're raising all the prices, withdraw their licenses. And I threatened. And when I threatened, the prices went down. Recently, when I went through elections, unfortunately, I found him at the State of the Nation address. And I went and shook his hand. I wanted so much for him to celebrate my winning, but
Thank you. Honorable Beatrice Akelo.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Right Honorable Speaker, I'm happy to pay tribute to our fallen hero from Northern Uganda. On behalf of the people of Northern Uganda, allow me bring heartfelt appreciations to His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda, for granting our son an official burial. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. I want to thank General Moses Ali. He was a statesman who dedicated his time to promote peace and development to the people of Northern Uganda. He worked hand in hand with the government of Uganda to bring peace in Acholi, to bring peace in West Nile. We will not forget this legacy. Your Right Honorable Speaker, General Moses Ali served this nation with a lot of humility. I remember when I was RDC Noya around 2015, when General Moses Ali was the second Deputy Prime Minister. He came to my office when he was the second Deputy Prime Minister and the second leader of government business in Parliament. I was so surprised to see a general at that rank and that title to a small office of RDC. And he was talking about opening some road going to Adjumani, connecting Noya to Adjumani. Forever we shall remember him as a statesman. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity.
Thank you. The key point here is humility can take you to places. Honorable Drito, and then followed by woman MP Obongi.
My name is Adrito Martin Andy, and I represent the people of Upper Madi in Madi Okolo district, on whose behalf I second the motion. Right Honorable Speaker, the gentleman lying in front of us here in that casket is not an ordinary person. Moses Ali, as rightly said, is a household name not only in West Nile, but virtually in the whole of Northern Uganda and Uganda. General Moses Ali was a very firm man, but a very fair person as well. A cadre of his nature is not someone we come to mourn. We come here not to mourn the life of General Moses Ali, but we come here to celebrate the life of an illustrious son of of Madi, West Nile, and Uganda. As a young person, we were students at Namilian College. At the height of the difficult moments, we were stopped by the roadblock at Intinda. Fortunately, the gentleman lying there in the coffin was passing by. He came out of his vehicle, ordered the soldiers at the roadblock to release us immediately to continue back to school. And that was the fairness of this gentleman.
Thank you, woman MP Obongi. Honorable Jojo Ariet, is she there?
The Right Honorable Speaker,
Yeah.
I want to, on behalf of the people of Obongi, I want to say that we are mourning a giant, a statesman, a father, and the lion of the people of Madi Sub-Region and West Nile. He served this country throughout his life, from the bush to the parliament, from war to peace, and from controversy to reconciliation. He served this country in uniform with a lot of dedication and commitment, and served the chambers in various portfolios. Most importantly, Late was a unifier, a voice for the voiceless. He leaves behind a legacy of resilience, sacrifice, survival, and service for the nation. A great tree has fallen, its state still remains. May I therefore urge all of us to mourn him with a lot of commitment and serve this country with a lot of dedication, and above all, for the people of Madi Sub-Region, we shall remember him and commit ourselves to ensure that the issue of construction of Laropi Bridge is concluded in his memory. May he so rest in peace.
Honorable Joan Okia, then Honorable Emmanuel.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, with the passing of General Moses Ali, Uganda has lost a national icon. West Nile has lost a patriarch. During the presidential elections, His Excellency the President promised to grant West Nile a region of its own. It was our wish and our prayer that General Moses Ali would have lived to see this request granted. But we pray that His Excellency the President will grant that. As a nation of Uganda, we've also lost a piece of our institutional memory by the passing of the General. We want to, on behalf of the people of Madiokolo District, I stand to pay condolences to the family of the late General Moses Ali, to the people of Adjumani, and to Uganda, and I say, may the soul of General Moses Ali rest in eternal peace.
Thank you. We are changing the gear to 1 minute. Yes. Overdrive.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. The size of a big tree is seen when it has fallen. And that is what we see in Moses Ali. I rise to support the motion, but to say that I am alive today because of General Moses Ali. In 1980, I was a student in Ombachi, and you all remember Ombachi was the scene of murder of very many people. Moses Ali was the person who asked the headmaster and then a priest, an Italian priest, to move the students from Ombachi to another place. And he even offered a lorry that transported us to Rhino Camp. And 1 week after that, there was that killing in Ombachi. And which means if we remained as students there, we would have been part of the victims, we would have died. I really want to thank him so much for saving our lives that time. And colleagues, members of parliament, and other leaders from West Nile, it is now upon us. I know that we have all been looking at this gentleman to defend us, to do everything for us. It's now for us to stand up. Individually, we can never match him. But when we work together, we will make sure that the void he has left is filled. I say this for God and my country.
Now I want to bring Honorable Balam, I don't know whether he's here, one of the closest friends of General Moses Ali. You want to come to the rostrum? I know what you meant to him. I know the gifts he gave you, I know. So you have 1 minute and a half.
The Right Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. I'm glad that I've come to join all of you honorable colleagues to mourn the death of a great man, Mzee Moses Ali, whom I used to call Papa. During his primary, before primary, he told me he wanted to stand. I told him, but you look weak. He said, no, I'm not weak. He said the people will decide. So we went to the primary. In Ajumani, they had two factions. One was led by the commissioner now, Honorable Ababaka, and then he had people who were supporting him. So they were fighting, and he was almost losing that election. But His Excellency, the President, said, I can't let my brother, who cannot speak louder, be bruised by young people. Please go and join his side. So we won that election. Then in the general election, still they fronted the people against him. When they fronted the people against him, the president said the day before election, go back to Ajumana and conclude the game. So we won the game. So he has died. But I remember when I was in Ajumani he said, Barugahara, I'm giving you 2 goats. I'm not giving you as a minister, but as my son, put them in your farm. I said, but Mzee, I have a Land Cruiser, I cannot carry goats. He said, I will give you a pickup to deliver goats from Ajumani.
Just conclude on that.
To deliver goats from Ajumani to Kampala, probably you need a fuel of $1 million, and the goat is 300,000. But he said, this is a gesture. So that is how kind he was. But he said we should work on the bridge. I tell MK, PLU, our government, if this government doesn't do it, we work on the bridge between Moyo and Ajumani, and we shall do that. So let's honor all elders when they are alive. Right Honorable Speaker, I want us to honor the elders like Right Honorable Rebecca Kadaga. We should not talk good about them when they go. We should honor them when they are alive, and we should give them whatever they want when they are alive. God bless all of you. May your soul rest in peace.
Honorable Ongalo, Obote. I know there are some classmates here, and I will give you one minute.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. On behalf of the people of Teso, whom I represent in Cabinet, the people of Kalaki, and also the people, other members of OPM, who were General Moses Ali's second family, send their condolences to this House. The Honorable Alice Kaboyo and the Honorable Namyangu. Right Honorable Speaker, it has been said that the difference between a politician and a statesman is that the politician is that person who is defined by a single-mindedness of purpose in the pursuit of an ideal for which they are willing to sacrifice everything. And that a statesman is a person who is willing to sacrifice that ideal for the sake of peace and unity.
Honorable Robin Arwakojo, the Chair, Defense and Internal Affairs. This matter is defense related.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity. On behalf of the Committee of Defense and Internal Affairs, and on behalf of the people of Gomba West and on my own behalf, I would like to pay tribute to General Moses Ali and to thank him for being the soldier that he was. He really meant very good for the army, and we are proud of him. And also, I liked his sense of humility. He went to law school and bonded with the students. He was one with them, and it didn't matter. He was also a student of LDC, and so he was part of our profession. I must mention that I saw him when I was young. He was a friend of my father's when he was a minister, and we were going through primary school. And so he encouraged us with our education. But as a committee, we extend condolences to HE, the President, to this House, to the family, and to the people of Adjumani. Rest in peace.
The minister, the general lying before us, was a minister of youth at one point, and also minister of finance. So let me allow the youth minister now, and we compare, and remind ourselves that even General Ali was a youth like now this minister here. Youth minister, please.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. This is my maiden speech, and I am honored to pay tribute to General Moses Ali. And on behalf of all the young people of Uganda, and on my own behalf, we are the beneficiaries of the peace, the security, and the stability, and the sacrifices that were made by leaders like him. We are grateful, honorable colleagues, one, for the foundation that was laid by them. And if there is one thing that has been moving around, there's a statement from the time of his demise that has been going around that the general among us. For me, that depicts the highest level of humility. And if there's one key lesson we learn from his leadership, is that true leadership is indeed a covenant of service to the people. And
Thank you. Honorable Minister of Finance, General Moses Ali, for the record, in this NRM government, he was the first Minister of Youth, 1986. This is now 40 years later. We should thank God for the gift of life and for the stability. Minister of Finance, former? Okay, as is pondering, let me bring Aringa North.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I want to pay a word of condolence to General Moses for the service he has rendered to West Nile and Uganda at large. General Moses is a liberator and a peacemaker. He fought to bring peace and tranquility in West Nile. Yumbe was as the Loro Triangle was in central Uganda. When NRM was fighting in Loro Triangle, General Moses was also fighting in West Nile, and Yumbe was the base. And in that process, a lot of distractions were done in Yumbe district and West Nile at large. We therefore appeal to the government. We thank the government for compensating the people, the ex-veterans.
Arua City.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Allow me to join my colleagues in paying tribute to our fallen hero. Right Honorable Speaker, indeed it's so sad that West Nile has lost a hero, a cook, and a culture man. Late General Moses Ali, a lot has been said about him. How I wish that we could have late Moses Ali Memorial Lectures, such that all these good things talked about him could be, we could be educating the young ones, also reminding ourselves of his services to this country. And though he's gone, his contributions, development, and services to the people of West Nile and this country will always be remembered. May his soul rest in peace.
Now, I have Honorable Jim Wezi. You were classmates, you were a general. Tell us about, by the way, we should respect some people who go to school when they are, especially when you are doing law. If you think it's a piece of cake, you also eat.
Thank you very much, especially LDC is not an easy course. Right Honorable Speaker, thank you very much for the opportunity to talk about a great man lying before us here, late Right Honorable General Moses Ali, a freedom fighter and one of those who opposed bad governments. I want to mention about 5 points. One, he was a brave man. He stood up to Idi Amin, as you know, until Amin dismissed him from the army, and thanked the president for reinstating him in the national army and promoting him up to the rank of a general, which he loved so much. During his heydays, those of you who may have seen him, he used to walk with a spring. He would walk with a spring like a general. And if you asked him, he would say, that's how a general should walk. You know. Then I would like to talk about him as a compassionate person and a just man, because when he was a minister for tourism and wildlife in 1996, he supported me to get land for people called Abanyabutumbi, who had been chased out of their land by the colonial when they created Queen Elizabeth National Park. Now those Abanyabutumbi in Bwambara have 2 parishes of Chikarara and Garuka.
You may not know, you just helped yourself, but
yes.
1 minute.
Yes, thank you very much, Right Honorable. I know your compassionate feeling. Then I would like to talk about him as someone who was really, was very, very determined. As the Right Honorable Speaker said, in 2007, I went back to Law Development Center to complete my course, which I abandoned in 1980 when I joined police and went to Tanzania. And that's where I met him. And it was interesting to see how... Thank you, Right Honorable.
Thank you.
Right Honorable
I'm
Speaker.
afraid, General.
Oh,
yeah.
But anyway, may his soul rest in peace. Thank you.
Koboko, this is
Koboko is here.
Woman MP of Yumbe. We've concluded with Yumbe about West Nile.
Oh, thank you, Right Honorable
Because General
Speaker.
Moses Ali was a nationalist.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Koboko is here.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for this great opportunity. On behalf of Yumbe people and on my own behalf, I join the whole country to pay a sincere, heartfelt condolences to this Parliament through you, Speaker, to His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, and to the nation at large. Right Honorable Speaker, as we continue to reflect deeper in the lives of General Moses Ali, he has touched many lives. I'll go personal. As I stand before you, honorable colleagues in this Parliament, General Moses Ali personally made...
Conclude that statement for the record.
Thank you so much. He mentored me to be who I am. He told me, if you know what you want to do to people, and if you know why you want to contest as a member of Parliament, please do the right thing at the right time. That is having interest to serve people. And this is where I am, serving my people diligently. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you so much.
I have Honorable Moada Kunyinji. Actually, he was his teacher.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I attended Makerere University with General Moses Ali, now the late, from year 1 up to year 4, and I was his...
And I'm told you used to copy him.
No. Actually, I was his chairperson in the Faculty of Law Muslim Union, and he was a very active member. I was also his chairperson at the Law Development Center, Muslim Union. What I can say about General Ali, he was a practicing Muslim. At one time, I asked him, why are you at school at this advanced age? He said, I want to die an educated man. How I wish all generals and soldiers take a leave to always act after study and learning lessons. General Ali, may the Almighty Allah accept your good deeds and pardon your...
And for the record, most generals, if not all, are very educated in UPDF. I know that for sure. Honorable, I'm giving you information from the chair. Yes. You, Honorable Wakiso. Wakiso, woman MP.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, this is a moment as we pay tribute to the fallen general for each of us to rethink, what if tomorrow you are the one who is in his position? So it's a time for us to think of the great deeds he has done for this country and look at once again this country and rethink, are we freedom fighters the way he was? Are we standing in for constitutionalism? He was one of those who were in the CA that time. So as we eulogize him, I just pray we recall the words of the Ecclesiastes 3, that there is a time for everything, and a time to die, a time to live. So let's rethink ourselves. We've seen his humility, and remember that humility, one of the traits is less ego in everything you do.
Secretary General of PLU, and Honorable Twaha. I know General Moses Ali was a member of PLU.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. On my own behalf, and behalf of the Patriotic League of Uganda, under leadership of General Moses Kainerugaba, allow me extend our sincere condolences to His Excellency the President and the family of our fallen patriot and the people of West Nile. General Moses Ali was more than a soldier, more than a politician. He was a true statesman, champion of peace. And when my brother Balam was talking, he talked about the bridge that connects Moyo and Ajuman. So as General Secretary of next government, I assure you that that road will...
Honorable Paul Mwiru, then Honorable Nambeshe. Yes, we are actually sadly coming to the end because I will have the son speak later on, the son of General Moses Ali, but we have to appreciate the fact that we are going to use an helicopter which has to go and come back. So please, Honorable Paul Mwiru, 1 minute over.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I rise to pay tribute to a freedom fighter, and I'm fortified by the statement of the President to that effect. Right Honorable Speaker, generally at a young age, as a freedom fighter, he respected freedoms of people. He's a person who would not settle for less and who actually served humanity with humility.
That is a challenge he left behind for all of us. At a time when there were abductions then, General Ali did not choose comfort. He rose to the occasion to challenge the same. The condition which forced General Ali by then to pick arms and go to the bush, as of then, they were so demanding. And I think I want to say, the Honorable Nambeshe, Commissioner, here you don't raise your hand. You
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the people I represent, and on behalf of National Unity Platform, Mr. Speaker, I'm the acting president of the National Unity Platform. Let me extend my condolences to the bereaved family, to the people of West Nile. Mr. Speaker, in 2012, when I was the district chairperson of Bududa, General Moses Ali then was the third deputy prime minister. He led a team, a subcommittee of cabinet to Bududa, and they spent there a fortnight, 14 days, conducting a detailed assessment of the magnitude of the natural calamities that
the Honorable Gabirano Charles, the Dean of Independence, you are speaking.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I stand here to support the motion and support all that has been said. Right Honorable Speaker, I just have one lesson that I've learned, which we should all take note of, that the General Moses Ali went through many governments, and I've always admired those senior members of our country who have served in many, many governments and have kept upright. Today, we honor him as an individual. He's going around with his honor. We should just learn that where you are in, whichever group you are, please come out and stand for the right. Those who hide under group dynamics and do wrong, this time is when we come to this day. In eternity, you go alone, you rise alone, we honor you alone.
Koboko, woman MP.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, and thank you, colleagues. Right Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the family of Idi Amin Dada, on behalf of the people of Koboko District, and on my own behalf, I would like to send my heartfelt condolences to the family. Right Honorable Speaker, General Moses Ali teaches us humility. He has seen many governments and he has served with them. Our hearts are pained by this loss. West Nile is in pain. And I would like to please talk to Right Honorable General Moses Ali to please extend my sincere greetings to Idi Amin Dada, because I know he's going to Jannatul Fidur, he's going to heaven.
Now I want to handle Party Whip, DP, Party Whip only. Then ANT, DP, UPC. Yeah. Then I conclude this way. We have about 20 minutes to go.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, on my own behalf and on behalf of the people of Tochi and the Democratic Party, I rise to mourn and honor the life of General Moses Ali. General Moses Ali's legacy is one of humility, is one of integrity and patriotism. As it has been said by colleagues, he rose through the ranks and he joined the army in 1968. As it is done now, it was done then. that joining the military was done through quotas. And I must inform the House that
UPC Whip.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the UPC was cited severally by earlier speakers, and it's only prudent that we say a word in its honor. Yes. And therefore, on behalf of the Uganda People's Congress Party, my party president, the Honorable Jimmy Akena, and the entire caucus of UPC, and the people of Oyam County North, we pay our tribute to the late General. His passing signifies an end to a long chapter in the political history of our country, where he worked across time. Regrettably, the UPC and Honorable Ali were frequently at odds, often standing on opposite ends. But colleagues, Honorable Speaker, today and for all time, we set aside any difference and we mourn him with honor. And therefore, on behalf of everyone associating with the UPC and my constituency, may he rest in peace. Amen.
Thank you. In the VIP gallery this afternoon, we have the following: Honorable Awongo Ahmed, former Member of Parliament. We have Honorable Akena Jimmy, UPC President and former Member of Parliament. And the first son, we have also Honorable Jack Sabiti, former MP. He has probably left. Yeah, but so we have everybody here. Whip, nope, whip.
She's the whip.
Right Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the National Unity Platform Party and on my own behalf, I wish to associate myself to the kind elogies made by colleagues about the Honorable General Ali sleeping. Right Honorable Speaker, one time in 2021, it did occur to me that this House would be in good hands under the stewardship of General Ali. I nominated him Speaker of Parliament. However, a few days later, he called me and asked me, "Really, Madam, how could you have nominated me without consulting me?" Right Honorable Speaker, if I had teased another general, I don't know. I really don't know what would have happened to me. And I want to commend Right Honorable.
Isn't that beautiful? FDC, whip.
Right Honorable, on behalf of the Forum for Democratic Change Party, the caucus of the FDC, my own behalf as Sorority District Human Rep, I honor the legacy of the retired general, 5 decades of an illustrious career serving Uganda, which were also marked by many challenges. Because my father recounts to me the time when he was in Luzira prison, how the big convoys would escort him, take him back to Luzira prison. He lived a very good life. Right Honorable, it's at this point that I say that death reminds us about the sanctity of human life. Government, we request you to value the lives of Ugandans, the numerous abductions, the unaccounted for Ugandans. Value the lives of Ugandans, because life is precious. We celebrate it, and death reminds us of that fact, that life is very important and precious. Rest in peace, General. May your good...
Honorable Cyrus.
Right Honorable Speaker, I take this opportunity to send my deep condolences to this House, and particularly you. This I do on behalf of the people of Kumi Municipality. I have the Nubian community in Kumi. Most of them are my ardent supporters, and I guess they are listening and they are watching. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to ask you of the House, when you get power and authority, use it with justice. Be a just person. Exercise it carefully. Do not misuse power. Moses Ali was that person who learned to use his powers and authority for the good of the people who are weak in society. Let us observe what he did and carry on his good deeds.
Whip.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker.
on behalf of the Alliance for National Transformation and on my own behalf, I raise with a heavy heart mourn.
You want to lower your mic a bit?
To mourn the passing of our dear brother and colleague, General Moses Ali, whose decades of distinguished service as Deputy Prime Minister, dedicated legislature for Adjumani West, and a distinguished military leader, bridged Uganda's turbulent history with enduring stability and unity. May his wisdom, patriotism, and tireless advocacy for development continue to inspire us all in this house and across the nation. May his soul rest in peace. Thank you.
The government chief whip.
Right Honorable Speaker, on behalf of the people of Lira City and the NRM caucus, my condolence to you, His Excellency the President, and the entire nation of Uganda. I want to say only 3 things about the late. Number 1, he loved health. I first met him when I was serving as Minister for Health, and he stood firm to ensure that the Heart Institute and the Cancer Institute have a law and are independent, and they work together with the Right Honorable Alitwala Kadaga. Number 2, I had the honor and the privilege of treating him throughout the time that he was sick, preparing his documents. And I want to thank this Parliament for always giving him money on time.
Honorable Lowila, CD, nobody stood as many times. I don't know what you want to say.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, the late General Moses Ali was a very, very approachable leader. Despite the tense disagreements we used to have with him on his approach to the issues of conflict over Apa land, he was a very approachable man. In 2018, 3 cooperative societies were considered to get tractors under NATS program, but later only 2 of them got. The most organized society was left out. I approached him as the then deputy leader of government business, and his very swift response amazed me. Within no time, he took a helicopter and flew to Pade district. He met that cooperative society and...
You mentioned APA and the Ashol parliamentary group. You have somebody? They reminded us if you say something bad, he will cry.
The Right Honorable Speaker, allow me on behalf of Chuli Parliamentary Group to extend, as neighbors, to extend our heartfelt condolence to the Parliament of Uganda, the President, the bereaved family. Right Honorable Speaker, many things have been said about the late. As neighbors in Acholi, the late was a beacon of hope. Why do I say this? His grandfather was born in Lamore, and he died and was buried there. His father was born also in Lamore and moved to Adjumani later. And as somebody was saying, he was recruited in the Acholi quarter to join the army. So a lot has been said about him eloquently as a peacemaker. It is our humble prayer.
Honorable Cohen, give the legal precision.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. My name is Amanya Cohen. The general will be remembered in our legal circles. 1, he has the privilege of being called Leonard Korik. That's number 1. Secondly, when we go to election petitions, the jurisprudence we get from the cases on the statutory time barred when you file an election petition after timeline, it was through his cases. The second one is in 1991, when the issues dealing with military, on detention, and also on whether possession of a firearm, even that is the jurisprudence. And the last one is in defamation when he sued one of the newspapers. So with all those three cases, we as students of law who studied law and us who are still studying law, and for those, by the way, who want to study law, you will meet his cases. You will always be remembered as a learned colleague.
Thank you, that's beautiful. Honorable Wanyoto, this side again, don't stand. Yeah, we've exhausted.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. I stand to pay tribute to General Moses Ali. I'm Lydia Wanyoto Mutende, one member of parliament for Mbale City. Right Honorable Speaker, the Islamic University in Uganda is headquartered in Mbale City, where you have heard that General Moses Ali made a big contribution. I stand here in memory of his legacy to support the proposal that we should build an important faculty of law in Arua City, being the regional, so that in memory we have that, his contribution to the IUI University in Uganda. The second legacy I would like to put on record is the legacy of being a unifier. I attended the peace conference in Yumbe last year, and I found that that community has so many sub-communities and many tribes.
Thank you. Now I want to give to Honorable Suraj Ali. Honorable Suraj Ali. That is the orphan now. So we give him about 3 minutes. One of the orphans have been corrected. Yeah.
Thank you. Right Honorable Speaker, mine is to express the gratitude of the family. Right Honorable Speaker, please permit me to express the gratitude of our family to His Excellency the President upon his decision to grant our father the dignity of an official burial. The father dignity of a cabinet tribute, and the father dignity of a burial with full military honors. Right Honorable Speaker, we are grateful to His Excellency, the President, and to Mama for the many kindnesses and courtesies that they both extended to our father over the years. Right Honorable Speaker, we take comfort in the fact that we do not mourn this loss alone. A whole nation mourns with us. Right Honorable Speaker, would like to thank you and the people that our father has worked with over the years, and all the honorable members of Parliament gathered here today. Would like to thank His Excellency, Her Excellency the Vice President, the Right Honorable Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Deputy Prime Ministers, members of Cabinet, all members of Parliament, all the men and women who worked with our father since he joined public service by joining the army in 1986. Right Honorable Speaker, would like to thank you for according our father the dignity of this special session of Parliament and for giving our father a befitting send-off. With these words, Right Honorable Speaker, please accept our family's most humble gratitude. Thank you, and may God bless you all.
Thank you. The 1 minute is donated to Ayivu. West. You are not? West is, you can see.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. My name is Onzima Fiona. On behalf of the people of Ivory West constituency, I want to extend my heartfelt condolences to the bereaved family, friends, and Uganda at large. Today we mourn a dedicated leader, a celebrated war veteran, and as the young generation, we shall live to be inspired by his legacy. May his soul rest in peace. Amen.
Ayivu East, that is concluded. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker.
as the son of a military captain, as a grandson of Gaspar Oda, who was in this house 60 years ago, and on behalf of the people of Ivo East, I joined the rest of the members in mourning and celebrating the life of our fallen general. Indeed, let me reiterate on record that the last political head of West Nile has now gone. We do not have anybody who can now coordinate us to the center of government. Right Honorable Speaker, if you want to see the president, we shall be using your office. Our last political head is gone. He was the person who we were looking to coordinate us into the issues of central government. Maracha.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable. I'm Duwaru Jennifer, District Woman MP Maracha. I stand here on my own behalf and on behalf of the people of Maracha to condole with the people of Adjumani and the nation at large. Right Honorable, whereas many Ugandans were complaining about why Adjumani would send a man in the names of General Moses Ali, all good things have been said about him. And the people of Adjumani and the people of West Nile knew why we were sending the general in parliament, because we knew he would deliver and he would be a go-between between us and West Nile. And I want to thank the people of Adjumani that they have sent him. Right Honorable Speaker, he was a minister for tourism and wildlife.
Thank you. Right Honorable Second Deputy Prime Minister. And you're the last.
Thank you, Right Honorable, and colleagues, members of Parliament. As you all know, I took the office I hold now from the Right Honorable Moses Ali. Despite the condition in which he was, he ensured that he made a very comprehensive handover report to me. And up to today, that report gives me great guidance. Secondly, I was with the Right Honorable Moses Ali in the CA in 1994. At that time, he mobilized us. There are people he identified as coming from minority tribes. So he mobilized us. I told him I wasn't from a minority, but since...
Please, some 2 minutes. We are supposed to end at 1:15.
In that meeting, I would go along with him in that organization. And one of the things I think he achieved was to contribute to the listing of all the tribes of Uganda in the Constitution. And I thank him for having given us that leadership. Lastly, Right Honorable Speaker, I want to add to the positions that he held that the Right Honorable Prime Minister omitted. He was at one time member of the Central Executive Committee of the NRM, which position he executed very well. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Clerk. And now that makes the end of our paying tribute, and I want to put the question to the motion, paying tribute to the Right Honorable General, the late Honorable Retired General Moses Ali, Member of Parliament for Adjumani West County and former Second Deputy Prime Minister of Uganda, for his illustrious and dedicated service to the Republic of Uganda. And those in favor say aye, and to the contrary say nay. Aye. The ayes have it.
Item 6, the anthems, members shall rise. Members shall remain standing as the cascade